guys, welcome to our very first episode of D and J Podcast. I'm your host Deja.
I'm Josh.
And this is our first time. We're not.
Want me to take over?
Yeah. This is our first time. We don't know what the hell we're doing.
Welcome, guys, to Deja's and Josh's podcast. This is our first podcast.
D and J Podcast.
Welcome to D and J's podcast. This is our first podcast. Hopefully, first of many. We're going to talk about various subjects. What's on our mind? What's going on in the public? What we see online? Read the stories? A little bit of everything. We're going to share our thoughts and opinions
and we're going to talk about our relationship and what it's like to be in our relationship and more about us individually. And then this is kind of like a way for my followers that came from my channel, Deja Unique, where I do commentary, to kind of get a little bit more of what our personality is like and my personality is like. All right, so I have this Reddit story, and I thought we could like start with like reading Reddit stories in our podcast, or like, you know, vice versa, or whatever. So like,
what you got?
So we have, this is posted in a dusty corner on Reddit. Now, this is the title. It says, just got dumped for a female best friend. A total mess right now, and wondering whether guys could have a female best friend while in a relationship. You was looking at a video earlier today and you asked me about that, and I was like, well, we'll save it for later. So I found a story to read on, and then we can like elaborate later, okay? Let's go ahead and start reading. So basically, fiance and I are both 26 and have been dating since we were freshmen in college. We were extremely sexually compatible. Both of us had super high sex drives, held the same views, respected each other, and loved each other. No major fights or issues. We each did our own thing from time to time. I'm not really clingy. I thought I was the love of his life, or so he claimed. His female best friend has known him since middle school. He kissed her once in high school, but she never reciprocated. He had feelings for her. Fast forward to college, he meets me. We start dating, fall in love. Fiance still kept in contact with best friend. I never had a problem with it. Like I said, I'm not clingy and trusting. Because I can't tell him who he can and can't be friends with, over the summer, we would be long distance and they would hang out. I never had a problem with it. Fast forward to present times, fiance proposed last month and we are in the midst of wedding plans. Female best friend calls him up and claims she is having a sort of a mental breakdown. I tell him to go cheer her up. He does, and then spends the rest of the weekend super distant. Today, he was out all day claiming he had to take care of something important. Came back around midnight and told me he has been in love with his female best friend for years and packed up some clothes and left to spend the night with her. I want to beat his ass. I'm just saying. So basically, we're over. I tried to make this post without sounding too emotional. To be honest, I have actually been sitting here in shock. I feel completely numb on the inside and no emotions are really registering. I'm not really seeking words of advice or sympathy. I'm just trying to make sense of what happened and whether I was really stupid and naive to be okay with my ex having a female best friend. What do you think?
I'm going to go off what she said first, and I'm going to go off how I feel. I think I can explain it without saying how I feel. I kind of feel like, what did you expect? You know, he's hanging out with her. You know, she's like, you got to look at it if that was you with a girl in that situation. You know, you're vulnerable and you got this guy here and he's trying to cheer you up, even though you've been friends since you was young, and he's hanging with you. And you long distance first, and then she's hanging with his girl best friend in the summer, and they're going out, and then she break up with the boyfriend, and like a better words, what the hell? What did you expect? What the hell did you think was gonna happen? Why are you that surprised?
Yeah, I mean, she was definitely naive. I mean, she asked in the last part, like, was she just naive to think that it would be okay? Yeah, it was. I mean, everyone has their different views on, like, you know, having different opposite gender best friends in a relationship. I don't get down with that.
I'm going to go ahead and say this for some people that'll be like, you're only insecure if such and such can't be friends with opposite sex. Call me what you want. I'm insecure. It is what it is. I'm not changing my view on it. That's how I feel. I'm not going to change. I don't care. I honestly feel, since we've been together, there's never been a girl best friend. I ain't never, you never had a guy best friend, so I had voiced my opinion on it. But since we met, I've told you what I thought about, if a guy has a girl best friend. Like, I feel like there's a hidden agenda and a motive. You can be cool, but just as soon, like, I can't say 10 out of 10, but I can say 9 times out of 10, if there's an opportunity, if she's going to make herself available, the guy will be like, okay.
He'll take the bait.
9 times out of 10, he's going to hit the hook.
Yeah, hit the hook.
He's going to nibble. He's going to be like, okay.
Nibble on that worm.
There are some times they can be like, and this is genuine. There are some guys who be like, you know what? I value our friendship. And I'm not saying you're full of shit. That's true. But if there's an attraction, I'll put it this way. If there's a sexual attraction, if he's attracted to that person, because you can literally have a girl best friend and there's no attraction, then all right, then like cool, like that's your sis. You're not attracted to her at all. You're not like, yeah, that's my sis, man. But she is bad. She just my sis, bro. Like, that's my sis. She ain't your type. Whatever the type of the female is cool. Just your sister. But if you got some type of sexual attraction and she's like offering you some bait and you're heterosexual, you probably gonna take that bait.
Yeah. I hate to say it, guys. But more times than not, I have to agree with that. I feel like that's the truth, unfortunately, especially when we're as adults. Like, come on, like, and here my thing is, it's not even about the sex thing. Like, forget it, like, whatever. My thing is, what is it that you can't come to me in a relationship about that you need to go outside to an outside source and talk about? Like, sure, that's your best friend or whatever, but why do another female need to know what's going on in our relationship? And then I don't even go to my friends to talk about what's going on in our relationship. I get that,
but then that's when you have people and be like, well, I just need another girl's perspective. But at the same time,
go to your mom, your sister, cousin.
It's hard, man, because I get like not going to your mom or your sister because your mom or your sister can be very biased. Yeah. Same thing with a female best friend. They can be very biased. So, like, at that point, who do you go to? I don't have the fucking answers from that. But I don't think you should go to your female best friend if you find her attractive.
Yeah. So, let's look at the update. She says, you guys have been great. I'm doing okay. Chocolates and cat videos help. I'm also packing at the moment and will be staying at a girlfriend's house while I find my own place. I'm hoping to be gone before he gets back, and I've decided that I will not speak another word to him or keep any contact, which is great. That's perfect. Like, a lot of women would try to stick around or whatever.
That's pretty dead, man. I mean, there's no. If you're the type of person who can, try to salvage a relationship from cheating, more power to you. But yeah, that's
kind of a done deal.
Yeah.
All right, so here's another really long update. So my ex-fiance came. Oh, they were engaged at that. That's what got me. They were engaged.
I mean, looking from her perspective,
like, come on, like, if you didn't want to be with her, why didn't you just do that before you did the proposal? Like, why couldn't you just make that clear beforehand?
It's like a tightrope walking, because it did say like they've been friends since middle school. So if you just like. I use me and you, for example. When we got together, if you had a guy best friend since middle school, and, say, for instance, that's been 8 years, and I just met you this day, how can I tell you that you need to stop being friends with him, and vice versa? How do you have that conversation?
I don't know. Like, I feel like anybody who has a lot of, like, enough respect for you and your relationship, they would back off a little bit. Like, if I had
are you saying
the other person, like the best friend, would back off?
Okay, but look at it from that best friend's point of view. They don't know you. They're looking out for their. They can be like, they can think that you got bad motives, and they just trying to look out for their friend. They can be like, I don't know him. I'm gonna look out for my friend. I know her since middle school. This dude's or this girl, yada yada yada. I'm gonna look out for them. Why should I go? They can throw it like. If you had confidence, if you didn't have ulterior motives, you wouldn't have a problem with it. Yeah. How do you face that?
I don't know. That's actually a good question. Comment down below what you guys think. Like,
right,
that is a bit of a tightrope knowing that they knew each other for such a long time. So, I don't know. it's different if you just met him like the same time you met the girl, like, or like y'all met through I see a lot of people be in relationships and the girl's best friend end up turning into that guy's best friend or some shit like that. That's different, but like,
if we were in that situation, what I would do, if I really liked you, I think I would still, pursue the relationship and just monitor y'all's guys' relationship. If I felt like that you was like the other person was
kind of overstepping the boundary,
then I'll bring it up to your attention then. And I'm not gonna. It's still not fair to really give you an ultimatum unless it's like bluntly like they're being disrespectful.
Yeah, I'll
try to teeter totter it. If I can deal with it, cool. Mm-hmm. If not, then I might just have to go my separate ways.
That's understandable. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get this update out the way. So my ex-fiance came back to his house unexpectedly about 2 hours ago. Upon seeing me, he started apologizing profusely and begged me to hear him out. I told him I didn't want to hear it and that I wanted out, but he was adamant, so I listened. I really wish I didn't. Turns out he cheated on me 3 times 2 months ago with his best friend while I was away visiting my sick father. His reason for cheating was that he knew I was the one, but he wanted to play the field because he felt like he missed out on a lot of women. According to him, after cheating on me, he had a moment of clarity that he really did want to be with me and that sex with others wasn't that great. So apparently you need to have sex 3 times with the same girl before you can reach that conclusion. That's what she said. So after listening to this, I felt like my heart had ripped out, that someone punched me in the gut, but I was still confused. If I was the one, why did he dump me last night for her? She's pregnant. After hearing that, I was dumbfounded. My ex found out when she called him with her mental breakdown. So there you have it. After hearing everything, I calmly asked him if he used protection, and he said no because she said she was on the pill. Great. That's fucking wonderful. Now I have to go get myself checked. That's what she said. I was shaking with fury. I was so angry with him, I didn't even cry. I'm still shaking right now as I type this. I pretty much told him off and then told him that I wish him the best of luck with his new family. In a way, I'm relieved. Now I can just move on with my life. I don't need to deal with that mess. His best friend is keeping my baby, so I think it would be... No, his best friend is keeping the baby, so I think it would be best for everyone. Me, his baby, and his best friend. If I just stepped out of their lives for good. I don't need such a dishonest, selfish, cheating fiance. I also wanted to thank you guys, every single one of you that took the time to read what I wrote, then replied and kept me sane. I love this subreddit because a lot of people here have a cool-headed, rational way of thinking, and you guys are awesome. All right, there's so much more of an update, but
I think she needs to go get therapy.
Yeah, after that, God dang, that's like a lot to swallow.
And I don't know, just reading this, I hope she's not using Reddit as like a therapy session, and like she needs to go speak to somebody for real. Because if you don't, how do you not take that into your next relationship and just extra baggage, like a person that ain't nothing to do with that, got to deal with the consequences?
Yeah.
I feel like the person that she was with, I feel like he was manipulative and thought he was a lot smarter than what she was and could talk his way back into her life.
He's a piece of shit. That's what he is.
Like, it's really bold to do something like that and then try to talk to somebody else.
Yeah.
And rationalize what you did.
Yeah.
That's really bold.
Well, I was trying to make sure you were the one.
So
I screwed all these women just to be sure. Like, get out of here. Like, you're a joke.
At that point, you can't take that person serious, man.
At all.
Like, and I guess he knew that because she did listen to him. Mm-hmm. I ain't saying it's her fault. It's not her fault, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like that's why he did what he did. I feel like he think he was smarter than her and can talk his way back into it. That's some bullshit. I cheated on you with other girls because I want to, have sex with them 3 times and make sure that I didn't really want them. But you should be cool with that because you're the one and they won't.
Yeah. Like, that's so fucking stupid. Now, there is a little bit more of an update, but I can go ahead and just summarize it for you. So basically, she haven't talked to the guy anymore. She did go get tested, and she was very much clean. So yay. After dumping her ex,
for that, like, not to cut you off, but having unprotected sex and then come back to your partner, like, what is the respect?
Like, it's not even you're on the pill, so we're good. But like, you ever heard of STDs, bro? Ever heard of STDs
for AIDS, bro?
Yeah,
like,
the pill don't do
all AIDS right there, dog.
Dang. Now, was it worth it? You got AIDS.
Damn, man. But you don't got a baby.
But you don't got it.
So,
hey,
I mean,
that's right. That's a plus. But yeah, she went to Europe for like a month and kind of just like hung out there with a group of friends, and she's just kind of living her life now. She went back home and went to law school, and she's just been working her butt off in the gym and just taking care of herself. And yeah, she started dating a wonderful man 3 months ago, and they are pretty good. So she probably didn't go to therapy. If she did or didn't, that's fine. But it looked like she's doing well. She's going to gym. She's got back into school. She moved back home. She went on a long trip to Europe. Like, I think she's doing okay. I think she'll be fine.
This is kind of off topic a little bit. Mm-hmm. What do you think about like when you meeting somebody, like running background checks on them?
Oh yeah.
To try to see like what you kind of.
I did that before. I've done it a couple times, guys. Into psycho, okay, but yeah, you can. I've done background checks on people.
Like,
yeah. I found out this man I was talking to before you, my love. He was married. He was married with children and the whole 9 yards, and
he gave no inclusion, no ring, no, I have kids, nothing.
Paid that $1, and I got everything. I'm talking parking tickets and everything. I was able to look up. Yep, parking tickets.
I would say who, but until they sponsor us, you don't even have to. I'm talking about the website that you use.
Oh yeah, sponsor us, and then I'll say who and whatnot. But all of you background check websites, email me. I'll have it down in the description below. We can do business. But yeah, I paid like $1, and I learned it. I've done it on several people. I've looked up.
I mean,
parents, I looked at family members. I looked up everybody.
Like, if you got legit names, I mean, there are aliases, but if they can be legit, like, you can learn a lot about a person just off their social media. What kind of what they own for real.
Yeah. So let's read some of the comments. Somebody said they always come back because they always think the grass is greener on the other side. I love that OP was just like, nope. Yep. I read someone's comment once on Reddit, but don't remember where, that they learned the grass is greener because it's full of shit.
Damn.
Yep. Other girl was probably hoping for some drama of two girls fighting over a guy and her winning because she was pregnant. So. When she didn't get that, she was like, oh, never mind.
I feel like the other girl was really just hoping the whole time that why didn't he choose her probably over other girls for real. And when she had the opportunity, I feel like she took it.
Yeah. Somebody said it's suspicious how the best friend wanted to do nothing with him since school, but the moment he is about to get married, suddenly she is interested and lies to him about taking the pill. Those two are shitty people and deserve each other. That's true.
You lose them how you get them, man.
Yeah. And then pretty much the comments are just like saying good job for walking away. Yeah, confirming what she did. I think I told you about this. This is like kind of petty school drama. Now I'm like an adult now. I'm kind of past it. But I remember in high school, I had this boyfriend and then he had a best friend. And it was like a whole shit show of us arguing back and forth about him. And it was just like, and I'll look back and I think like, what was I doing? Why didn't I just leave? Like, it was like, I'm sitting here arguing with a girl to stop being like disrespectful towards my relationship instead of just leaving. Because he was allowing it.
This is what I feel, man.
I give him go ahead.
No,
I give him the benefit of the doubt because we were like teenagers in high school, old enough to understand right from wrong. But I don't hold no grudge or nothing like that. But I can understand that's all I do. Best friends and relationships. I don't trust people. Like I don't.
This is my advice. If you're in a relationship, a committed relationship as an adult, and you have to go to another person that you know your partner is cheating with and tell them, please stop cheating, that's your red flag right there. You shouldn't have to, this is man to man or woman to woman to anybody.
I got a question for you. Okay.
Go ahead.
What do you consider cheating? Because I think then no one was really considering like talking on the phone and
that's
like
why I say
texting is cheating.
As an adult.
Okay, well as an adult, what do you consider cheating?
If you're a grown man as an adult, if it's not containing like business or there should be nothing, like there's nothing as being 29 years old that I would talk to another woman any type of manner that I would talk to you. I'm not going to call her no pet names, no work bae, no I got one sister. This my sister. No, she's not my sister. Like, this is like cutesy, flirting, touching, all like flirt. You know what flirting is? Like just being flirtatious,
hugging and hanging out.
I mean, you can hug somebody because, like, you know, when we meet up, you know, you hug. You know, our friends, you'll hug them. Hey, what's going on? That's cool. Yeah, that's fine, man. But you know what, like being flirtatious and being sexual with, like, you know, like. That's fine. I'm not saying you look down when you see another. Like, it's not that deep, dude. But you know what being with a flirtatious relationship with another person, like a work husband, work boyfriend. That quote.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Unless if you're married, you don't have a work husband. You have a husband. Yeah. You have a wife. You have a boyfriend, whatever it may be like.
So, I don't think you really answered my question.
Say your question again.
What do you consider cheating?
Like, obviously, you know, like touching.
But, I guess, no, let's back up.
Give me scenarios.
Yeah. That's what I should do. Okay, so you haven't done anything physical, but you guys are kind of texting back and forth faithfully every single day with a little bit of flirting here and there, but nothing that's like, oh, I want to suck that big black thing when I see it.
What's flirt?
Like, you're kind of like pet names and like, hey, boo bear, I love you, and like, oh, you look so handsome today.
And some people consider that cheating, so I say cheating. If that's lust, why I got a pet name? If your name is Patrice, it ain't Sugar Bear, it's Patrice.
So that's considered cheating.
If I'm gonna cut it, like, you know, this between, you know, there's no middle line, black and white. Yeah, I would say that's cheating without, you know, giving justification for it. Her name is Patrice, not Pookie Bear.
I also think emotionally cheating is cheating too. Like, people think you don't cheat until it gets physical. You're like, I didn't cheat. Well, I know you didn't penetrate them, but when you're like confiding in them about certain things in your relationship or whatever, or you're confiding in them to get what you want.
Give an example.
Like, I'm texting a guy from work or whatever, and I'm talking to him like, you know, you make me feel so special on the inside, and I'm getting what I don't get from you from him. Okay. Like, he's telling me all the things I would like to hear.
I could agree with that.
Yeah, and I'm allowing it, and I'm like feeding into it. It
starts with emotions.
Yeah. And the next thing you know, you're 6 inches deep. So, hey.
Okay. What else?
What's another scenario? We went out for lunch, but I didn't tell you about it. Like, we went out and had lunch, but we didn't do anything physical still, but you don't know. You never knew that we ever went out for lunch or anything like that. Or we went out to dinner. But I didn't tell you that we did.
See, that can be a little dicey, because it could depending on, like, one reason I say it's a little dicey, why wouldn't you tell me? Yeah. If it's just for dinner. It could be, you know, you can be in a business profession where you need to take a client out for dinner, and you just didn't tell me I took a client out for dinner. I'm not going to be like, you cheated on me. Like, you went out with work for dinner. Like, that was a requirement of your job.
True. But, like, that's true. Like, if it's a requirement for your job, but for your job specifically, it's not. And for my job,
well, yeah, if I'm driving trucks and I take Becky out for lunch, and I didn't tell you, then, like, you have every right to be like, Why didn't you tell me?
I don't think I would consider it cheating. I would be a little side eye.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say for sure. I'm not gonna say that's cheating. I agree. I wouldn't say that's cheating. I'm just gonna be like, why didn't you tell me? I mean, because it can be a lot of different things. It could be like, you know, she just offered the drive. You went out with her to Chick-fil-A, and y'all came back, and you went straight to your, like, that's not cheating, dude. Like, it's not that big of a deal. So you don't have to be like, I went out with Becky for lunch. Like, you don't have to tell me every little thing that goes on in your life. Yeah. But at the same time, I'll be like, well, why didn't you? But at the same time, I'm like, well, that's all this happened. I
wouldn't break up over that and say, he's cheating on me before, but
I wouldn't say you cheated.
I would be a little skeptical. I'll be keeping an eye out for Becky name in your phone or something. And then the rest of the examples I would give is just like, it would obviously be physical. Oh, you kissed him, but you didn't do anything other than that. You just kissed him.
Right. Yeah.
You cheated on me, bitch.
I don't got no excuse. Like, a
lot of people use drunk or high or like mostly drunk when they're like, I don't use them.
A good part of my life.
Yeah.
And each time I know what the hell was going on. Mm-hmm. That's not an excuse. When you do drink, you don't care about as much as, like, you're more likely to make a decision, but you still know the decision that you're making.
Yeah, I guess it's different.
Like, I ain't never got drunk and punched a kid and been like, man, I only knocked that little 3-0 out because I was drunk, bro. I gave him the hands because I was drunk. I would have never hit that child if I was sober.
I just think they use it as an excuse. Yeah. I've been drunk obviously many times, and I've never thought, you know what, I should go suck some dick.
Right.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like,
Let me keep it PG. Let me keep it PG. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. You know, today would be a good day to go out and get some more dingling, and not his.
Yeah. I don't know about drugs. I don't do drugs.
Now, if you crack, I might give you the benefit of the doubt.
If you smoke it, you probably should stop smoking crack. Then, if every time you smoke crack, you go cheat on your man to get more.
I was high on crack, man.
Stop smoking.
You know what? I'll let you slide this time. So
if I was smoking crack, you'll let me slide for a few more crack.
I don't know. God dang, if you smoking crack and you cheat, I don't know. I might let you slide. Like,
call my mom and my sister, bro.
Go get help.
At the minimum, call Josh at the minimum. Like,
get help.
Yeah,
I feel you.